Good god awful crack of dawn morning gamers. We've got some more Sykkuno drama. We have a girl who came out to explain how she went to some Las Vegas event with Sykkuno and now she's has the big sad. She broke her moral rule and she has the big sad because he just said he was sorry in that really weird pussy voice of his. And she wants to set the story straight. So we're going to watch her video and dissect what happened between her and Sykkuno. Is he the predator that the Mal girl said he is? And this girl, Leia, has come forward to say that they hooked up and we want to see, does any of the allegations match what we've already heard? So let's take a look and watch it.
I went to Evil Las Vegas alone. But I wasn't alone.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. You were alone, but you weren't alone. You met a dude, and we already know it's Sykkuno.
I shared a hotel room with Sykkuno.
Oh, nice. I hope it was a nice room.
But I didn't know that he had other intentions.
So basically, you shared a room with a guy, a straight male, and you think he was doing this because he's just a really terrific guy. Okay. Dumb bitch evidence number 1. Okay, stupid bitch, let's go.
And I didn't ask him to share a room with me. I just simply asked him, "Hey, are you going to Evil Las Vegas?" He said yes. And I said, "Oh, I'm trying to go this year. I'm looking at hotels and everything's so expensive. Do you pretty much have like any recommendations? Like I know he lives in Las Vegas." And he said, "Oh, you're planning on coming. I actually have room if you just want to like room with me." And
okay. If a guy is asking you to share a hotel room with him, come on, girl. I know you want to play the, oh, I'm just an innocent little waif and I had no idea. Come on. You are not that dumb. This is an OnlyFans girl, isn't it? If you're an OnlyFans girl, you know what's going on. But let's continue.
And I said, and I at first was not against it. I was like, "Are you sure?"
Right.
Like, no, I don't want to intrude. Like, I don't mind getting my own hotel. And
no, that sounds more like you were doing the polite thing of, oh my God, no, 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 I don't want to. I don't want you to pay for me. But really, you were like, oh, hell yeah.
and all this, like, I was insistent on being like, "Oh no, it's fine." And then he said, "No, no, no. Like, I have extra room. I already paid for it." And I even asked him, I'm like, "Are you rooming with a group or with friends?" And he said, "No, but there's."
Okay, so he's alone in this room and he said that up front. And you still think he was just inviting you to stay in the hotel room out of the goodness of, oh my God, this girl is dumb.
2 beds, so like you'll get your own bed. You know, like yeah.
Okay. So you said, okay, cool.
So I took his offer.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Being a dumbass, I took his offer.
No, actually, she's not a dumbass. She's not a dumbass at all. She actually knew what she was doing, and she knew that now she was in good with a huge streamer staying with him at an event. She would be seen with him at an event, and this is clout chasing. Classic clout chasing. He was doing it for some kitty cat, so don't get me wrong, he wanted something too. He would want a little something something, but she's trying to play dumb, and she's not dumb. She knows exactly what she's doing.
But I did later. I even offered to pay him back. I said,
Sure.
how much should I save up for accommodations? And he said, "Oh, no. No, 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 you don't have to pay me
Oh, you're such a saint. I offered to pay him back. Great. Nobody cares.
back.
Nobody cares.
Like, I already have room for the hotel. You don't have to pay me back." Um,
Yes, now we're going to pretend to cry. But notice like she's trying to set herself up as this person who's a complete saint, innocent. She didn't do anything wrong. She even offered to pay him back, which is completely irrelevant. If you hook up with a guy and you offer to pay him back, it's no different than not paying him back. You hooked up.
so yeah, I shared a room with Sykkuno
Good.
um,
Great. Get the bag. Go for it, girl. Go for
at
it.
Evil Las Vegas,
All right.
and
Kind of funny. She was at Evil, is that right? Evil Las Vegas. And she wants to play like she's the innocent little naive girl. Okay.
we had plans to watch a movie together. We had plans to watch a horror movie together.
This bitch is actually thinking Netflix and chill is just the Netflix part. There's no other part. There's just the Netflix. Surely we're just going to watch the movie. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Until Dawn. That movie's ass. Actually, I didn't even get to finish it, but that movie's ass.
Wait, did she just say From Dusk to Dawn is
He had a
ass?
hotel even though he was in Vegas.
Burn the
Yes.
witch. Oh my God. What? It's very upsetting. Now I'm really, really upset.
We were watching the movie
Yeah?
and
You made a move.
he
You made a
started
move.
to get very angsty or something. I don't know how to explain.
This guy, Sykkuno, I do not understand what these bitches see in him. Well, I do. He's a millionaire, but he's the most awkward, pussy sounding dude I have ever heard. And yet these bitches just fawn over him. He's a millionaire and they're clout chasing, I understand, but oh my God. He's a K-pop star and they're just so unattractive.
It, but he pretty much tried to make a move on me, and I was fully trying to say like I'm just here to watch the movie. Like I'm just here to watch the movie.
Okay, that's what you say. Dude, I'm not into this. I just want to watch a movie. Well, if we forget everything up until here where she is sitting in a hotel room alone with a straight male pretending like she has no idea that this was going to happen. Now it's happening and you just say, "I no, I don't I'm not into it."
Um,
See, here's where consent, non consent comes into play. Like, we're supposed to say, oh, she has to give consent. She has to give consent. Here's where you say, I do not give consent. You need to be assertive if you want to play the I need to get consent first. Yeah, are
but
are
me being a dumbass and not
oh
being
God.
very like what's the word? Uh
Self-deprecation jokes are cool, but they don't work when they're actually true. You're supposed to be self deprecating when it's a joke, but she's not joking. And she's not really a dumbass. That's the thing. I guess maybe she is joking. She's not really a dumbass. But she wants people to actually think she's a dumbass. Usually, when you're self deprecating, you're just joking around. You don't actually think you're a dumbass, and you don't want people to think you're a dumbass. But she's trying to play the victim card, so she wants people to think like she was just totally naive. This totally naive girl that's just thought this guy just wanted to watch movies with her alone in his hotel room. Okay.
very strong in like mentally, not physically. I mean like
Oh, here we go. She's not strong mentally. This is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard. Is this supposed to be like the picture of empowered female now? Is this 2026 empowered female? I'm just a victim all the fucking time. I'm just not strong mentally. Ah, oh, shut up, bitch. Oh my God.
um uh maybe this is a people pleaser in me, but
You're a people pleaser. Okay, you're more than a people pleaser.
And maybe I don't know, benefit of the doubt, or because I still thought he was cute, or I don't know.
Ew, he's not
He tried to
cute.
make a move on me, resolute, I don't
Pussy.
know, but he made a move on me. It did take like 30 minutes.
So she resisted for 30 minutes. Good for her. Resisting for you could have just left, but all right, like you resisted. Okay, sure.
Um,
Pause. Deep sad pause. Deep sad
wow, I don't want to
pause.
share that. I don't like sharing this on. This is like so personal.
Yeah, it
Like I don't
is. You
talk
should
about
have
my
kept
intimate
this.
life at all. But
Yeah, you should have kept this to yourself. This is just you clout chasing.
um, I don't sleep with anyone that I'm not dating.
Well, you broke your rule, bitch. You did this time.
Um,
But she did it thinking that she would be dating him. That is probably what happened here. She thought, well, if I give him a nice little fun little time, he'll be my boyfriend.
and it didn't happen that night. I didn't want it to happen. So instead,
You go, girl.
I
You
just
go.
gave him.
You ever know those girls in high school that will tell you they're a virgin, but they've done every other hole imaginable? That's this girl. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything that night. We didn't have sex. We didn't have sex. And it's like, dude, dude, you did. It's just it was a different hole.
Oral. Okay? I just. And then when he fell asleep, I got out of bed and I just ate a banana and I was just staring out the window. I was
Oh,
dissociating.
good
I
for
think I
you.
was straight up just dissociating.
Okay, good
And
for
I'm like,
you.
what the fuck happened? What just happened?
You gave him a little happy
And
ending
then in
to
the
the
morning,
Netflix and chill. Oh, sad pause. Sad
I
pause.
barely slept that night.
Oh, good for you.
Um, then in the morning, um, he didn't really
Yeah.
want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Um, and I was just kind of trying to open it up.
Who who talks about it? Like, babe, let's talk about uh the blowy you gave me last night. Let's just dissect it and talk about who does that? Oh my god.
And talk to him about like what happened.
Yeah.
And then we were gonna talk about it. I don't know, later or something. I don't know, but I
Yeah.
can't remember. But he ends up hugging me.
Oh, that's nice. He gave you a hug. Okay.
Uh,
Oh.
but then
Oh, more's
pushes me
coming.
onto the bed
Oh.
from the
Oh.
hug.
Oh, he wants a little
And
more. Okay.
we end up having sex.
Oh.
And
So, she just needed a warm up before she did the actual deed. All right, good for you. You're a groupie. You banged the millionaire. Good for
I
you.
didn't
Get
have
that
it
bag,
in me to
girl.
tell him to stop.
Oh.
So I just let it happen.
Oh.
Um, and
Okay.
while this was happening, while we were doing it,
Okay.
I always wear protection and I only sleep with people I'm in a relationship with. So
So you broke two rules here. Is that what we're getting at? She's like, no, no, I only sleep with people I'm in a relationship with, and I only use protection. But maybe this guy will bankroll me. So, those are just rules for the poor guys.
I'm not used to one night stands or anything like that.
Yeah, sure.
But we were not using protection, and I'm legally hard of hearing. If you guys don't know already.
Okay.
But in the heat of the moment, he asked me if it was safe, and I didn't hear him, but I
Uh,
just said mm-hmm, and
Wait. Then what did you say uh-huh to? If you didn't hear him, what did you say uh-huh to? That sounds like
he finished.
consent. Okay. Oh, okay. So basically, he asked her if it was okay what he was doing. She said, uh huh. So he got consent. He got consent that, like, this, he got your consent. What is anybody supposed to do if you get consent and the person says yes? She didn't. Now, did she? Maybe we'll get to this. She revoked consent and she said, I didn't want to, but she just said he finished. So it sounds like she gave consent. Oh my God. Hate these bitches. They give every other woman who's actually been in a situation that is criminal and terrible and a tragedy a bad name, because bitches like this are why people roll their eyes now at real crime.
inside of me, and then that was it. And then
Okay?
um we just laid there for a little bit, and then I brought it
Yeah.
up.
Afterglow. Afterglow. Yeah.
I
It
asked
happens.
him
Yeah.
straight up, when was your last relationship, and do you
Okay.
sleep around often? Like, is this
Oh,
normal
Playboy's
for
coming out.
you? Because I told him straight up, I do not date with people. I do not sleep with people I do not date.
All right. So I don't sleep with people I date. So she thought they were going to be a thing. Either that or she broke her rule and she's trying to pretend like she's this virgin like girl with morals and rules to this type of stuff, instead of saying, well, I broke my rule because I was into him and I thought he was going to be my boyfriend. Is that what's going on?
I do not sleep with
Yeah.
people that
Well, now
I do
you do.
not date.
Well, now you do, bitch. You just did.
That is just a moral of mine.
Yeah, morals right out the window.
I find it very intimate with
Yeah.
whoever. So, and
Yeah.
I don't actually have. I've only slept with I've only ever slept with 3 people.
Oh, three. Okay. Well, now it's four. Now you got four.
Well, 4 now, but I've
Yeah,
only
four
been
now.
in
Yeah.
3 relationships.
Yeah.
Uh,
Three relationships. She should know by now what happens when the guy is into her and is making a move. You're not, this isn't your first relationship. This isn't your first encounter. You've been in three relationships, so you know what happens. Yeah. Dumbass bitch.
um, so it was very new to me. I've never had a one night stand or anything like that.
Uh, well, no, it's not new to you. You've just never had a one night stand, and but you thought this one was going to be your boyfriend. You thought you were landing. You thought you got your claws into this millionaire, huge ass streamer, and your entire career was going to blow up, and it didn't. And now you're doing this because this is getting you a lot of attention.
So I asked him, I'm like, is this normal for you? Like, do you sleep around a lot? And he said, no, I just,
Yeah. Yeah, he lied to her. He did lie to her. He's a playboy. He's a piece of shit for sure, but he's a playboy and he has girls like this in his DMs, I'm sure, every day, maybe every hour. Who the hell knows? But everybody thinking this is going to like hurt his ability to get more girls are completely naive and don't understand how women think. This is probably going to get him more girls in his DMs.
he was beating around the bush the whole time that I was asking these questions, by the way. I'm like, then why did you sleep with me? And he said,
Why do you
oh,
think,
it just,
dumbass?
giving me really half ass answers, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it just, I've known you for a while and I
If there's one thing we all love is to have a really great time just to be nagged the next morning. Okay.
know you're very sweet and, you look nice. And then I asked him this question and
He does seem to have a type. He has a type where the girls are looking for something and they're young and trying to be the innocent, sweet type girl, and he is hyper aware that these girls claiming to be sweet and innocent are actually big old hoes, and they will definitely do what he wants for some clout. He's smart in the way he's targeting these girls.
And I said, "When was your last relationship?" And he said 3 years ago.
Now, from my other video that I'll link, it does sound like he has a girlfriend. He has a live-in girlfriend. She doesn't want anything to do with any of this. So it sounds to me like they were into each other for however long and they've kind of just fell out of love, and he considers himself single, but she's living with him probably um because I mean, if you're over him too and you have no feelings for him, you might as well let him do whatever he wants to do, and you just live the lifestyle. He probably pays all her bills, takes care of her, and that he just he wants his good times though, so he goes out. She's probably one of these girls that she don't want anything to do with this because she knows already. She's known for a while that he does this, but she doesn't want it in her face. She doesn't want to have anything to do with, oh my God, did you know your boyfriend is cheating? In her mind, she's probably like, yes, I know. Leave me alone.
So in my head, it's crazy to that's why I feel so blindsided and backstabbed because I asked these questions and they ended up being complete lies.
Well, you're supposed to ask these questions before you hook up if that's important to you. Like, if you have to be in a relationship with somebody prior to hooking up with them, you ask these questions first. You don't ask these questions after you've given him a blowy and you had some sexy time. Like, no, no, no. This is lesson learned for her.
So when I really felt bla- blindsided and backstabbed by all the information that was coming out,
Yeah.
I really was because I asked those two questions, like if he was in a relationship or like when his last relationship was, and if he sleeps around, and he told me no and 3 years ago.
Yeah. He lied to you because he'd already gotten what he wanted and he just doesn't care. He doesn't care. Like, obviously, he's not going to tell you that he has a girlfriend just for you to blow up at him. He's just going to, like, try to keep it chill. Yeah. Yeah. He lied to her. He did.
And after that, I went on about my day.
Yeah.
And then I I ended up um, running into someone I'm very close with, and they offered me to stay in their hotel room
That was nice.
because I didn't feel comfortable sleeping in mine. So I ended up
Yeah.
sleeping at my friend's hotel room for the next 2 nights. And you guys can even see on Twitter, if you guys look at my Evo outfits, the first outfit is in a very different hotel room than the other two. And that's
Yeah.
because I ended up moving to another hotel.
Great.
The
Great.
first one is in the one that I'm
Well,
with Sykkuno.
I don't think
And
anybody thinks you're
I
lying
ended up sleeping in the
about
hotel
that.
that me and Sykkuno had on the last night because he ended up checking out early and sleeping at his house.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that was the only time I saw him. We ran into each other a couple of more times at Evo, but we didn't really say anything, and he didn't really want to talk about what happened. And then I struggled with this for a while,
Yeah.
and I had someone in my life be there for me and kind of try to help me through this. And my dumbass tried talking about it with Sykkuno later, trying to like
Ah,
understand what
come on,
happened
dude. Be my
because it's
boyfriend. Be
not
my boyfriend.
something I'm used to. And he pretty much beat around the bush the whole time.
Yeah.
Um and then he would say things like, "Oh, I'm confused. I just wanted to know."
This dude, don't get me wrong, is a huge ass pussy. He's God. Like, just hearing the way he talks, I don't understand. Like, he's just a huge ass pussy. But these girls, they go for him. They fall for him.
Know what you felt about that. And I said, no, I want to know what you felt about this because I already told you how I felt. And yeah, he said he was sorry that he made me he was sorry that he gave me that impression and that he would want to reconcile. And my me being the dumbass I am, still wanted to be friends with.
Okay, so she got the impression that he was going to be her boyfriend. That's why she hooked up with him. That's why she did everything she did. And then when he wasn't, she decided to give him one more opportunity and try to nag him into being a boyfriend, even though it's kind of clear that he pumped and dumped her and she's sad about it. She wanted to be friends because there's still some clout chasing going on, but also maybe she thought there was still a chance until she found out about all these other girls, and so now that's why she's making this video.
with him for some reason. So I did, and that's why we still played games.
Yeah.
And then I ended up seeing him at TwitchCon at the Riot Party, and we actually talked in person for the first time since.
Oh, nice.
And he actually brought that part up and said like he was sorry and stuff, and that he was sorry for giving me the impression. So I really thought
Yeah.
he was, you know, honestly sorry, and I accepted it. And I thought I was the only one because I literally straight up asked him if he.
Yeah. See, she thought she was the only one. That's why she slept with him. She had her moral code and she thought she had this in the bag, basically. She gambled poorly.
Sleeps around, and he said no. So sorry, I thought I was the only one. Did I think we were gonna be in a relationship? No.
Lies,
He's
lying. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. See, there's a lie.
I knew how much older he was than me,
Oh, he's so much older. I knew I didn't want to be his girlfriend because he was so much. Bitch, you just went over how you were saying you don't sleep with dudes unless they're in a relationship with you. You thought he was in the. You thought you had him in the bag.
and I was like, why would he want to be in a relationship with someone much younger?
Yeah, sure. That's what you
So
thought.
I
Sure,
didn't
sure.
really think that, you know, it was gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, now you're saying that. Saving
So
face.
yeah, I
Saving
just said
face.
I think
Sure.
it's fine. Like we'll just reconcile as friends.
Okay, reconcile as friends, but I'm gonna get you, asshole. I'm gonna make a video about you in our night at Evo. It's Evo, not evil. Okay. So we hear her, and then I thought this was kind of interesting. Some dude claims to have lived with her. Not surprised this is happening again. I lived together with Leia, her sister, and a few other creators back in 2024. At some point, her ex, who was a bigger creator, broke up with her. Her ex was financially supporting her, everything was paid for. She wasn't streaming, wasn't working, just staying in bed most days. Oh, of course, because she's a hot girl that she does OnlyFans, doesn't she? So she just like guys are just gonna give her money. This is the empowered women. This is like feminist 2026. After their breakup, she came to me for help and advice. I spent hours talking to her, losing sleep, trying to support her. See, this dude, it's kind of funny. It sounds like this dude is falling for her. He's falling for her wiles too. It's kind of funny. All of these beautiful people, I don't Sykkuno's not beautiful, but whatever, uh they have people just throwing themselves at them, so they don't really care. They know somebody else is going to come along and give them what they want. In Sykkuno's scenario, it's sex. In her scenario, it's money. After their breakup, okay, yeah, we went over that. She didn't take any of that advice. Oh, what was his advice? uh Trying to support her, build her, love herself first, and not center her whole life around her ex. I wanted to help somebody who I thought was a friend. She didn't take any of that advice. Instead, she actively did the opposite, putting all her energy into trying to get him back by any means. Ooh, yes, of course. She's calls herself a dumbass, and in a lot of ways, she is a dumbass hoe, but she's not that stupid. She knows what she's doing, just like that Mal girl. She was trying to get Sykkuno to break up with his girlfriend. Yeah, they're conniving. That's what it is. It's not that they're dumb, it's that they're conniving. She spent more money on a makeover and would even dress up in a certain way when we went to the gym together. She was desperate. When that didn't work, instead of taking accountability for her own choices, all the blame got pushed onto me by the end of our lease somehow. The person who was trying to help them, both her and her sister, turned it into something it wasn't and would even start spreading false rumors about everyone involved in their messy breakup that year. This would bleed into 2025. Now I'm watching a very similar situation unfold again, and once again, it involves a bigger creator. Same pattern, same outcome, no accountability. At some point, actions have fucking consequences. Yes, exactly. Like I believe him, but I also think he was probably into her and maybe she was not into him because she's clout chasing and she only wants to chase like guys with money. Maybe that's what it is. So then we come here. We got this Nami girl. Oh my God. Thank God I turned him down. So this bitch turned him down. All right, great. Good for you. Sykkuno reached out to me after seeing me in VR chat one day and always messaged out of nowhere or tried to meet up with me in conventions. He bought me Steam games. He showed up in my city for league tournaments and invited me out to group events. Paid for me to play and all my drinks, and we planned to go back out. So he Ubered us to an apartment to store all the prizes we won. Dumb on my part, but I have been drinking. We ended up going to a bar with vintage arcade games to play more, and as a joke, told me if I got the high score, he'd pay my rent. Oh, and she was like, ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. He knew I was struggling. After some more drinks, we had to go back to my apartment to pick up the prizes. He wanted to stay and play games or watch a show with me, Netflix and chill. How about a little Netflix and chill? I didn't feel comfortable and politely thanked him for the night. Sykkuno grabbed me by the waist and pulled me in against his body and asked in a flirty tone, "So do you want something?" Oh God, this guy looks like he's 100 pounds soaking wet too. ATP. At this point, I was really nervous, but I just told him no, sorry, but thank you for the fun and have a good night. I never knew he had a girlfriend, nor was I interested. I mean, I guess I believe her. He wasn't into him, but again, we're clout chasing, right? I can't imagine if I had fallen for his Playboy tricks. He has always wanted to meet up at events over the few years I knew him, but never with my friends. He wanted to meet alone. This is fucking scary. It's not scary. Like, oh, come on. It's not fucking scary. It's he put the moves on you. You said no, and he walked away. It doesn't sound like my friends thought he was weird. Yeah, he is weird. I'm with you on that. He's weird. He's a big ass pussy. Thank God I had such good friends. Yeah, like it's not scary. Like stop. Stop it. Stop you bitches. Stop saying this stuff. It's not scary. He just made a move on you. You said no, and it sounds like he just was like, "Okay, bye." Like it's okay for guys to hit on women. It's okay. If you say no because you're not into it, then fine. It's all good. Nothing bad has happened at this point. If he makes a move, you say no, and he walks away and he doesn't push it any further, there is nothing wrong with that. Stop saying it's scary. Stop saying it's predatory. Men are going to make moves. Girls are going to make moves. That Mal girl, she made a move. It's okay to make moves as long as you respect the response. And if the response is no, then back off. If that happens, nothing bad has happened. It's not fucking scary. Stupid bitch. Okay. Now that I've gone on a tangent, I think we've covered everything. Tomorrow, or actually today, is a brand new day, and I'm sure there's going to be more drama to cover. Thanks, guys, and have a great rest of your week.